When I begin to write, I find myself in front of two means. They both produce heat, but at speeds and temperatures that put them at odds within me. Because one is better for you, but the other is better for me. One takes longer to process, the other is quickest to see. It feeds you quicker, you see. And if you cut enough corners, you'll see it quicker in your feed. So one is easy to feed, but the other is better to eat. Even though it takes longer to get onto your plate, it's worth the wait, and once consumed, it appears to add value, so it's worth the wait. Which is why I have to watch what I intake, because you know what they say, you are what you eat. Which is why some people are lukewarm and some have consistent heat. Have you ever heard of a kiln? It's like an oven. It's used to process a substance through fire, and once whatever you choose enters this process, it'll never be the same. Once it leaves, it comes out solidified without losing its shape. See, there's certain things you could do with a kiln that you can't with a microwave. Certain things that take time and a temperature that seems uncomfortable, that you aren't accustomed to, like how a microwave can heat you up fast on the outside, but still leave you cold inside. A kiln is twice as hot and takes its time to solidify and add heat throughout. Usually, you'll find a kiln at a potter's house because it's mostly meant for clay, for messages that want to be molded, given from men who want to stand still in front of their maker. I find that there may be less substance nowadays because we are not as willing to be processed through fire, through waiting against doubt, through patience against clout. Many things I created never made it out the fire because there's no substance in it. It never saw the light of day because it was for the Son of Man, and I always try to put my words in his hand because I could have swore I seen him stand in fire before, with men who are willing to withstand heat in order to see a finished product. The kind of heat you feel before you find out if you're a diamond or a busted pipe dream. See, the diamond and the busted pipe dream both go through the same process, but one is patient with the pressure and the other one doesn't know how to process. See, that's the thing. You don't know how long you're going to be in the fire. You don't even know if the heat is doing anything. You just know that it's hot. And too many people have busted pipe dreams because they don't know how to put the pressure in perspective. They don't see the value in the heat. They don't understand that nothing shines without heat, and anything that shines without heat has the potential to run out of battery. See, too many people want to have shine, but they want to turn down the temperature too. They want to have the cake and eat it too, but cakes don't go in the microwave, they go in ovens. And do you want to know how a cake is ready to be served to the people, to be put on a platform? It is cut open to see if it's properly developed. And if it isn't, it gets put back into the fire. What I'm trying to say is whether you write or not, whether it's your 9 to 5, whether it's your craft or your character, you will find yourself in front of two means that both produce heat, but at speeds and temperatures that put them at odds within you and within me. See, both means seem to be hot on the surface, but when you cut through to its core, one stays hot, but the other one gets a little bit cold, because one has learned to endure and the other one has started to fold. The challenge is to not let other people have the final say on what they think is ready. Don't be fooled by the applause. Don't be fooled by the applause. Because some people still judge a book by its cover. Just because the cover looks cool or sounds creative, they think that their content will follow suit. Some people assume that just because the first bite of their meal is hot, that the rest of it will be too, and that affects me and you because when we sit down in front of those two means, we start to choose speed over heat, cutting corners instead of being complete because we don't want to go through the pain and the process of being prepared. It takes too long. It's too hot. It's too uncomfortable. But if you rush it now, if you rush that idea now, if you rush to perform now, to post that now, to share that now, what you thought would feed them might force them away. And what you thought would feed you might give you aches and pains. So I ask, are you willing to eat anything just to say there was food on the plate? Are you willing to say anything just to step on the stage? Are you willing to cut corners and risk never being complete? Or are you willing to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to walk through fire if it means you'll come out gold? Are you willing to work towards a goal even if there's no timeline for your reward? Are you willing to wait? That's the difference between going through a kiln and a microwave. There's a metaphor in that somewhere. Hope you can find it. God bless.